From the first time that I saw you, I was taken by surprise. You had more than just four colors. I could not believe my eyes. Your sample playback capabilities were just the best. And when I saw your resolution, wow, I was impressed. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. I love when you get serious with desktop publishing. Just your painting, girl. Well, you are number one. When nothing quite will hit the spot, you're awesome at coding. And when we chill and play together, there's always the most fun. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. When I turn you off, when I push your buttons, I always feel sorry the next day. I wish I could be with you every hour. I love it when you light up. It makes me feel so good. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. 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 Inside my heart.
Hello, hello. Hang on. Hi, I am here. Hello, everybody. Oh, gosh. Welcome to the stream today. I hope everybody's doing fine and such. I am a little warm at the moment. If you see me get out something and start fanning myself, I'm a little warm at the moment. I wasn't, and then I got up and started doing things. So hopefully, just being sat here is going to make me not so warm. I hope, but you never know, do you? So yeah, what are we looking at? We're going to be looking at Amiga stuff today, as usual. Good old Amiga stuff. Sorry, the wire's now attacking. Dared to move a thing. Oh gosh. So, hello everybody. Yeah, I'm just kind of just getting ready right on time, and so I'm just like that tad bit flustered, you know. I don't think I have any waffle to do beforehand. I mean, I know it's really weird not to have waffle to do beforehand. Oh yeah, but if you do hear some noises, some shoutings, some whatever coming from upstairs, I think my neighbour's having a gathering of people, and they're noisy people. So yes, apologies for that if you can hear that. So what we're going to do, we might as well get on with it. Did you hear them then? Oh gosh. Yes, so we have an Amiga magazine, a very, very frightening cover on this Amiga magazine, really. It's, I wonder how many of these sold or flew off the shelves, dependent on like the image that we've got here, the rather desperate-looking face here, let's say. But yes, of course, before we can get onto that, we need to know what's going on. We also have this week a special extra book that was presented with Amiga Format. Can I? I'll probably do the 2-page view thing here, and there we go. That might be a bit better. The way we're used to it. Yeah, it's printed on the highest quality paper, as you can see here. And we might not have a look through it a lot because we've got hierarchy materials, Boolean operators, wireframes, and yeah, lots of things which might not be terribly interesting if you weren't interested in this specific program. But there we go. So what happened? What happened for the Amiga this month? We'll keep it on the teapot here at the moment because I don't want to go back to that face if I don't have to. Did you hear any screaming then? There was some screaming. So what was on the charts? We had 4 weeks of one particular song. It's Robson and Jerome's version of Up on the Roof, or they had like a double A side with I Believe, I think, as well, which are both kind of like old songs for the time. But they were on a TV show called Soldier Soldier, apparently, and they became famous for their version of Unchained Melody, which I think we mentioned on a previous stream. It would have come up then. But yes, the whole 4 weeks that we've got of the chart this week, Robson and Jerome were right at the top of the charts for all those 4 weeks, and they even, dear viewer, beat Wonderwall to the top spot, which only got to number 2, and this kind of like, I don't know what you call it, this spin-off thing from a TV show, this single from a TV show, managed to get in at number 1 ahead of them. So that was interesting that Wonderwall, that big song, got beat out by that. So I think I might have had a thing about that, or I don't have a thing about that here. I don't have a thing about it here. But yeah, basically it's a thing from a TV show that beat out Wonderwall. And I bet Oasis were very, very upset with the whole situation, because they'd been beaten previously by Blur, hadn't they? Oh dear. Well, never mind. So what else was on the charts in these weeks? Oh, I haven't shown it, have I? Yeah, we can zoom in so we don't have to see that face. What else was on the charts in November of 1995? Wow. We have Boyzone's version of the Cat Stevens or Yusuf Stevens, or Yusuf Islam, or Yusuf/Cat Stevens, depending on how they put themselves on things. But apparently now known as Yusuf/Cat Stevens, so we'll go with that. So their version of the Boyzone version of this song by Yusuf/Cat Stevens. You might know it. I don't know if I have to try and sing it, because I don't know if I could do a good version of it. Like the "How can I try to explain?" You know that one. If you know that song, you know that song. If you don't know that song, you don't know that song. But yeah, Boyzone, a Irish boy band. Here you might know Ronan Keating and Stephen Gately, is it? And there are these other 3. Ah, gosh. But yeah, so there was that on the charts. Apparently there's a Flaming Lips lawsuit. Okay. But yeah, what else was on the charts at this time? We had the Bjork version, another cover of It's Oh So Quiet. Yes. And if we actually look at the video, we'll show stills from it, because normally if I show, like, play some video, that can get, like, content matched with things. And I try not to get too many things content matched, even though it's, like, almost impossible to just avoid it completely all the time. But yeah, here, so we have Bjork here running around in a yellow dress, dancing with a bunch of people, and a fire hydrant, or no, it's like a output thing that was on the street, but that stood up and started dancing around, wasn't it? Or was it wavy air? I don't know, I can't remember. And then it's like, it's so, so quiet, and then ba-da-da-da. And yeah, lots of dancings and things, lots of more. Oh yes, it's the mailbox that gets up. That's what happens. The mailbox gets up and starts dancing along with Bjork. So yeah, there we have that. It's a very colourful, interesting video. We also had around this time this very interesting CD. It was a single, but it wasn't a music single, but it was a single about music. It's called Wibbling Rivalry, based on, the phrase sibling rivalry, and it's a recording of John Harris, working for Enemy at the time, interviewing Noel and Liam Gallagher of Oasis, and yeah, they do have a bit of a fight between them. Track listing: Noel's side, a lot of swearing and cussing, and then the Liam side, even more swearing and cussing. So that's yeah, and of course there's this on the internet. If you hear music playing in the background, I apologise. They're apparently playing music now. And Liam saying, I want to do a video in King's Cross Station. Yeah, I went to the shop to buy a paper. Yeah, when I was there, I put makeup on and effing everything ready to do the video shoot. And 10 minutes later, some crazy person called Pauline going, look, man, look there, because they're talking BS and getting me hotter. And that was it. It's the situation, right? It just arose, right? Fine. That is life. Oh dear, that's maybe life for Liam Gallagher, but dear, no. Right, what I say to that is situations like that have been happening to me and him before we were in a band. And yeah, it's basically a lot of arguing. Sick of these bands, you ain't got it. You don't get in situations like that no more. The last band did it was the Pistols, and they'd go out and like something would happen, and that's all it is, sir. That's the way we are, or the way I am. I always go out and meet some, and that's BS. It's not. You think rock and roll is that, getting arrested and all that? Rock and roll is about music. Then there's a bit later about him wanting to throw a TV out of the window and whatever, and it's just a lot of stuff. It's rock and roll, that's what you said. Oh dear. There's a lot of stuff in here, but yeah, it's just basically Noel and Liam having a bit of an argument for a little while. We also have this, which I wanted to just highlight. This has been on the charts. Whilst I've been looking through the charts, this has been appearing again and again and again and again. And yeah, it is just who... or the song is actually, I think, Living Next Door to Alice by Smokey, the original. And then you have this comedian, Roy Chubby Brown, coming in and just saying, who the F is Alice, on the pauses in the chorus. Is basically what this song is. Or this version of the song is. And yeah, it was peak position number 3, and it was on the charts for 27 weeks. So you can see what the state of the British charts was at this time, and pretty much every time. If you ever wonder why British music or whatever is the way it is, then this possibly goes some way to explaining that. What else do we have around this time happening? We had this Made in Heaven album. It was the last Queen album released because obviously Freddie Mercury died a little while beforehand. And it's just some bits and pieces they've put together to put on there afterwards. I don't know if there's much to say about that. Also in 1995, Mumbai changed from its name as Bombay, and you wonder why was it named that in the first place? Well, if we go to here, in India, many place names changed during British rule. So, yeah, colonialism and all that kind of stuff. But in 1995, around this time, Mumbai actually got its name back. So there's that. There's also the Pioneer 11 spaceship here that was launched on April 5th of 1973 to study the asteroid belt and the environment around Jupiter, Saturn, solar winds and cosmic rays. It's the first probe to encounter Saturn, the second to fly through the asteroid belt and the second to fly to Jupiter. So it's due to power constraints and the vast distance to the probe, the last routine contract with the spacecraft was on September the 30th of 1995, and the last good engineering data was received on November the 24th, 1995, so that's what happened around this time. It spent about 20 or so years out in space doing good space stuff, and hello Chaos. It spent 20 years in space doing some cool space stuff, and then it was like, okay, time to stop now. We can see if we go down here. It had a bunch of stuff on it. Look at all this stuff it had on it. Helium vector magnetometer, a quadrispherical plasma analyzer, a charged particle instrument, a cosmic ray telescope, a Geiger tube telescope, trapped radiation detector, meteorite detectors, asteroid and meteoroid detectors. Oh no, you can't possibly mean that. Are you talking about the dog there, or the raccoon up there, or you're talking about your own reflection in the chat, or such? We have an ultraviolet photometer, an imaging photopolarimeter. It's me, oh dear. Well, there we go. An infrared radiometer and a triaxial flux gate magnetometer. Wow. Check that out. I've always wanted a triaxial flux gate magnetometer. It sounds like definitely something from Back to the Future or such, doesn't it, really? But yeah, this was the launch of it on a shuttle thing. This is the trajectory it took. It kind of came out from Earth here, went slingshot around here, up. Oh, it bounced around this planet here, Jupiter, and then kind of flew all over here to Saturn. You can see the key down at the bottom here. So that's very interesting. Is it going to animate when we do this? Yes, it is. Here we go. So it does a little loop around Jupiter here, like that, and then flies off over here. And this is the time that it spent doing this. And then 1978, 1979, it gets out the start of 1980, and then whoosh. So yeah, it's all basically all the big fuss about it happened before I was born. There, I think before most people who watch this stream as well. But yeah, oh gosh, this is doing a bunch of other stuff here. Sorry, not sorry. Indeed. Oh, we've got a thing here. There's an attachment. Let's see what this is. Shall we touch Trust Chaos? Copy a link. Let us see. Let us drag this over here so we can get in the right place. Paste and go. Oh no. Oh no. Chaos has sent us this thing about the Man Cave commandments. If you've known a guy for more than 24 hours, his sister is off limits. I'd extend that to, if these commandments apply to you, if you've known a guy or girl or anybody for more than 24 hours, anybody they know is off limits. Let's actually reduce that to, let's say, 10 seconds, perhaps. Thou shalt never moan about the brand of free beer. Oh, gosh. Women claim I love to watch sports must be treated as spa. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, the girl who replies to the question, what do you want for Christmas with? If you love me, you'd know what I'd want. Gets a PlayStation 3. That seems like a good deal. Except one might want to update it a little bit. There's... Oh, gosh. Yeah. And of course, we've got to down here, supporting a dude right to be a dude, indeed. Contract of man laws. And if you ever wonder, if anybody ever tells you, and this is a good piece of evidence, really, isn't it? This is a good piece of evidence to say, if anybody calls you a dude and you're not a man, and you don't like it, this is the evidence you need to present them to when they say, oh, but I use dude for everybody. It's like, yes, but maybe you do. However, gosh. Well, that's certainly a piece of evidence going into court there. Chaos. Got another thing. We've got Pioneer 11, Jupiter, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. These are the moons, isn't it? I'm guessing of Jupiter. So we had the space thingy coming, the satellite or whatever coming in here, going zoop past there, and then zoop past there, and zoop around and out. Didn't really get a good look at Europa, did it? But there we go. That's a good one as well. So yeah, it did a bunch here. In 1974, did a bunch in 1979, Saturn, and then began Pioneer Interstellar Mission in 1979. So yeah, in February 25th, 1990, Pioneer 11 became the fourth man-made object passed beyond the orbit of the planets. So there we go, that one out there. There's a bunch of other complicated-looking drawings over here. And yeah, here's some artist's concept of something flying by, an artist's concept of something else. So it's, yeah, did it have one of these things on it? Look, these are the two genders. We like to put naked people on so you can see what we look like when we're naked, and we won't look like this if you actually come and visit us, unless you crash down in a porn studio or something like that. Anyhow, so there we go. Let's say current status. It's estimated to be 109 point whatever astronomical units from the Earth. Travelling at 11 kilometers a second. What's that? 25,000 miles per hour relative to the Sun. So yeah, it's going pretty fast out there. Pioneer 11 has now been overtaken by the two Voyager probes launched in 1977, and Voyager 1 is now the most distant object built by humans. So yeah, it went out there and So NASA terminated routine contact with the spacecraft on September 30th, 1995, but continued to make contact for about 2 hours every 2 to 4 weeks. Scientists received a few minutes of good engineering data on November 24th, 1995, but then lost final contact with once Earth moved out of the view of the spacecraft's antenna. So yeah, it was doing good work up until that point. I might keep this one around just for when Stars turns up, because I think she's quite into her space stuff, so I'll keep that around. Also, we had here the Infrared Space Observatory, a space telescope for infrared light designed by the ESA, and operated from 1995 to 1998. So it was a satellite, and this one obviously just like hanging out around Earth, really, because it's just a telescope to do things from around here. And this one at 7 UTC on April 8th, 1988, flight controllers at Vilspa noticed a rise in temperature of the telescope. This is a clear sign that the load of superfluid helium coolant had depleted. Hello, Starly. How are you doing? At about 11 UTC the same day, the temperature of the science instruments had risen above 4.2 Kelvin, and science observations were ceased to sleepy. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but usually I can understand that. I don't think a day's gone by when I haven't been sleepy. And that might sound like a silly thing to say, but you know what I mean. A few detectors in the SWS instrument were capable of making observations at higher temperatures and remained in use for another 150 hours to make detailed measurements of an additional 300 stars. In the month following depletion of coolant, the technology test phase was initiated to test several elements of the satellite in off-nominal conditions. After completion of the TTP, the perigee of ISO's orbit was lowered sufficiently enough to ensure ISO will burn up in the Earth's atmosphere 20 to 30 years after shutdown. ISO was then permanently switched off May 16th, 1998. So, I mean, I'm guessing then they don't know where it is since they had to switch off all the stuff on it, and it said it'll burn up 20 to 30 years after shutdown, and it shut down in 1998. So it could have already burned up, or it might be burning up right now, or it could do it in a few years' time. but yeah, so that's fun. It seemed like it was only meant to be a short-term thing anyway, since it had like the coolant that was only supposed to last so many long. Mission duration 28 months and 22 days. Starly is stars around at the moment, because there's this space thing and another space thing which you may be interested in. There's also moving on. So stars. There was this Pioneer 11, which was launched by NASA on April 5th, 1973, to go and study the asteroid belt and Jupiter and Saturn and stuff like that. And if you want to have a look, you're here but quite tired, but yeah, the little spaceship thing. It's an artist's impression of what it was, but there we go. And it actually reached. So the last good engineering data was received from us, or by us, or by the Earth at least, on November 25th, 1995. And we got some good little pictures. It had all these stuff. I enjoyed reading these out. We got a helium vector magnetometer, quadrispherical plasma analyzer, and a bunch of other stuff. And I really like this one at the end, the triaxial flux gate magnetometer. It's a very fun one. So this is a kind of image of the trip it took. Obviously, this is kind of in the middle of the thing here. They have very good names. I only want one of them just to say that I have one of them. Oh yes, you want to come and see my triaxial fluxy whatever thing. But here we go. So it came out from Earth and did like a slingshot around Jupiter here. Ping, and pinged off here over towards Saturn. And look, in 1976, 1977, 1978, 1979. Bex chat line, I know. And so this is what we've got here. And then there was another thing here about how it went past some of the moons of Jupiter here. So you've got on the outside Callisto here, and it comes past and just goes whoosh right past there, and then goes past Ganymede, sees a bit of Europa and Io, and then goes past Jupiter and slingshots off over that way. So yeah, it's pretty neat thing. And this is some pictures it got here. This is what Io looked like from it. A bunch of other things. Pioneer around Saturn, what it did here. It didn't actually watch this one because I didn't see it. Came in past Epimetheus here, and then gosh, did it miss everything? You got Saturn in the middle here. Yeah, kind of like it came close to Epimetheus here, but didn't see Janus Mimus Enchiladas. I don't think that's the way you spell it. don't pronounce it. Yeah, sorry, I was reading these down here. But by the way I called this enchiladas, it's definitely not that. But yeah, so it set off at 1973, reached the Jovian system, which is Jupiter, in 1974, and the Saturnian system, obviously Saturn, in 1979, and then just kind of drifted off into the atmosphere or space or whatever. Then hello Stra, nice to see you. I say again, just in case anybody can hear any noises in the background, it seems my neighbour's having a slight gathering of people who like to play some music and scream and shout and things. So apologies if you hear any noises. But yeah, so it did all this business before I was born. And then gave its last information in November 25th of 1995 when this Amiga magazine was released. And then also we had this infrared space observatory thing, which only lasted a short amount of time because it only had a short amount of chilling stuff available. Was it superfluid helium coolant had depleted, is the way you scientifically say that apparently. But there we go. So those are the space things I thought you might be interested in. As I said, there's this... moving on from things that you might be interested in, but you still might be interested in this, I don't know. If you ever saw The Queen's Nose, or apparently it was a book by Dick Kingsmith as well. This was a thing where if you rubbed this side of this 50p coin, it's hard to coolant change in space, yeah. It took a while to get out there. Obviously it took the thing. You love the show, you actually did see it. Ah, cool. So yeah, you rub this side of the coin, you could make wishes or something like this. But yeah, it was it's one of your favourite shows as a kid. Okay, there we go. So around up to 2003. So I remember watching it like some of these earlier series with Harmony Parker. And they got Harmony and Melody, of course, and then just like Tom, Granny, Dino or Dino. It seems like an interesting name. But yeah. And so owners of the Queen's Nose, you had Harmony Parker Series 1 to 2, Dino or Dino Series 3 alongside Harmony, and then Sam Series 4 to 6, and then Jake in Series 7 apparently. And this is when they ran around this time, so obviously I think I saw some of these earlier ones here. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. You can look at the Queen's Nose episode and see Harmony... Hang on. I'm losing my H's. Harmony is a 12-year-old girl who loves animals. Harmony and her friend Tom have set up an amateur veterinary practice, oh no, in Harmony's back garden due to her parents forbidding her from having a pet. Later, Harmony's uncle Ginger visits her, gives her a 50p coin that can grant 8 wishes. So yeah, obviously she uses a lot of the wishes here in the first season, really. Because Harmony uses first wish for a rabbit, Harmony recovers and wishes for a bike, Harmony wishes for whatever else and all that kind of thing. And then it's like, we don't get briefs of what these ones are. But then, yes, they... obviously, once the one child had used up the wishes, it had to pass on to somebody else so they could use the wishes as well. So there it is there. Also out around this time was this TV show, which didn't run for very long, but 5 years. I suppose say not very long. 5 years is quite a long time. Yeah, here we go. It was a British cooking game show called Can't Cook, Won't Cook, which featured this very jolly person called Ainsley Harriott, who probably, I don't know if they still look jolly. They still look jolly nowadays, or at least in that picture of them. But yeah, he's a very, very larger-than-life kind of person. Yes, a lot of energy. But yeah, 2 people, one of whom can't cook and one of whom won't cook, were nominated to appear on the show under the instruction of a celebrity world-class chef, prepare and cook a meal. So yeah, and the 2 series, they only had 2 series, did they? But they said around till 2009. Okay, but yeah, it was in Pebble Mill Studios, which is an old BBC studio. which I remember just because they used to have like I think a morning show from Pebble Mill. I think it was called Pebble Mill. But it's a very cute name. Hello, West. Nice to see you around. Now that you're back in your place. I was thinking, what's the way to say that? Back where you belong, maybe. Back in your place. Maybe that wasn't the right one to choose. Back where you're designated to stay. I'm doing bad at this. But hello, West, anyway. And I see you have your Tracy emotes there. So yeah, that was that. There's kind of back home. That's the one. I see you're back at your home. There we go. So there was a Red Dwarf kind of parody thing called Can't Smeg, Won't Smeg, which I don't think I actually saw. But I think actually Ainsley Harriott here played one of the Gelfs in Red Dwarf as well. See, there he is there. There he is in Can't Cook, Won't Cook. A bunch of stuff. Yeah, Gelf Chief in Red Dwarf. Let's see if we can find him here. Will Bing help us? No, we're going to Google. So we go. What is this anyway, this Google thingy here? Miss Lou Bennett's 103rd birthday. There we go. So what have we got? What are we looking for? Red Dwarf Ainsley Harriott. Because you might have noticed him if you watched Red Dwarf, because this was him in Red Dwarf, the Gelf Chief. Oh gosh, can we just not do these things and just let me see images? Because yeah, that wasn't, that was Lister's bride there. But yeah, if you just like open image in the window, you might get a good look at it. But that was the makeup that Ainsley Harriott had on. Obviously, it's very difficult to see that it's him underneath all of that. But yeah, and there's the Can't Smeg, Won't Smeg thing from there. But yeah, that's the team doing cooking there. But yeah, also around this time, the only thing I'll really mention from the sitcom Friends is the song, because you know me, I like music. This this stood out to me at the time when I was watching the Smelly Cat song by Phoebe in the show, and possibly yeah, we had various different versions of it throughout the time and whatever, and apparently even Taylor Swift did a version with Lisa Kudrow as well. So, but yeah, it's Smelly Cat, Smelly Cat, what are they feeding you? Smelly Cat, it's not your fault if you don't know. That's the only thing I'll probably mention from Friends. But yes, a lot of people have been involved with this. But there we go. Also out around this time was Twisted Metal. And you may be familiar with this iconic clown bus thing. I think we probably had like a demo of this, or we rented the game or something like that. So I think I do remember playing it on the PlayStation. But yeah, so the original PlayStation, of course, had recently been released. And Twisted Metal was one of the games here where you had various different vehicles doing violence upon each other, like this. We can skip through some of the stuff here. Oh, there, Clown Bus again. Clown Bus in a different place. I think the person who played this liked the Clown Bus. And who wouldn't, really? Okay, there is an ending. Oh, here's a bunch of endings that we've got here. But yeah, who cares about the endings? We want to see the Clown Bus driving around and getting blown up. And it looks like the Clown Bus is not doing very well here. Though they still have guns left and they have toppled over their opponent. And there we go. Is this stills, or is this actually a 3D object? I don't know. Because it's kind of hard. It was hard to tell with the other ones. They kind of look like they're very well rendered 2D versions, but then again they might be 3D. I can't quite tell. It's very well done, but then again, knowing the PlayStation 1 wasn't very good at producing very high quality 3D stuff. You can see this is the scenery here is the actual PlayStation thing, but yeah. So we got another car here. It has they have the kind of jerky look of things that have been just rendered in 2D, but I'm not sure they are. It's difficult to say. Can we see another vehicle here? They might be being rendered in 3D. It might be looking jerky because they didn't have the between frames sorted out. Yeah, it's hard to say what makes things look jerky on the PlayStation 1, really. But there we go. Also out around this time was Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, or Diddy's Conquest, as it is, which makes a pun, so you've got to say it right, because, you know, previously I'd read it as Diddy Kong's Quest, and it's not that, it's Diddy's Conquest. So there we go. So yeah, you had various different animals which could take you around and stuff like that. I've seen somebody play through these. Oh, yeah, some barrels to fling around. People who've played Super Mario World Hacks will be familiar with those barrels and how well they're not programmed in that. And we also have Battle Arena Toshinden 2. I think Battle Arena Toshinden was out on the PlayStation, and then number 2 was as well. We have some very, very chunky polygon models here. And if you want this girl Sophia to beat you and laugh at you, then this is your game. I know some people might be into that, so this is your game. But yeah, this is your Battle Arena Toshinden. Oh, that person was called Tracy. That's Gaia, AG. There we go, Tracy. Apparently this person's called Tracy. Not our Tracy, of course. Sign you up, indeed. So there you go, stars. Just imagine yourself in that position. You've just been beaten to the floor and getting laughed at. There you go. Also around this time was this game called Marathon 2. You know, this unknown game from this unknown developer called Bungie. Yeah, it's just a Doom rip-off, isn't it? I mean, you can see this. It's just basically they ripped off Doom here. And look, gosh, oh no, there's some like poisonous liquid or something, like, gosh, ripping off Doom. They'll never get anywhere doing this, will they? But yeah, this is what Marathon looks like if you're wondering. If you're wondering what all the jokes are, if you can't pick up their jokes. Bungie went on to do Halo and all the other spin-offs of Halo and sequels and whatever. So yeah, they actually did quite well. Also out around this time was the Dig adventure game, which has a little like animation sequence at the start here. Apparently, this kind of scrolls down, and it's a pretty involved, for the time at least, intro sequence here. The Dig. And then yeah, later on the actual game, it's a point and click, so it looks interesting. Look, you can go outside or down a hole. No, in a hole. Okay, wasn't quite working out the perspective. Here we go. But yeah, that was out at the same time as well. Probably a PC game or something, I imagine. Because I don't imagine this going well on the Amiga, especially not the like the title sequence thing over here. Anyhow, also, I don't know how people pronounce this. I usually have pronounced it in my head as Game Facts. I think people other people do pronounce it that way. You can say game FAQs or game facts or whatever. But this was created in November of 1995, so around the same time as this magazine as well. Obviously, that's why I'm mentioning it. So yeah, it's on CNET networks, and it's currently owned by Red Ventures, and I think is on GameSpot. There we go. So yeah, I did bring up a guide just so that people could see what they look like. If they've never gone to GameFAQs and had a look at stuff, then this is kind of the thing you would be faced with, at least around in 2001. The good ASCII art. Obviously, I've played through Eco, so we get a good look at this here. Last updated October the 1st, 2001. So yeah, and then you got the table of contents where you got Roman numerals to go to different places, because there's no like hyperlinks to take you because it's all just one big text file. And general tips and stuff like this. And yeah, this is how we did our walkthroughs back in the day. I'm very much appreciative of slightly better on the eyes websites than this, and playthroughs on YouTube and stuff like that. So so there you go. This is, oh gosh, Administrivia. Oh gosh, all information comes from either the game itself, the manual, or my own head. Ah dear. So moving on. Also around this time, the announcement of the Nintendo 64, because it was called the Ultra 64 before this point. It's fully unveiled to the public in playable form on November the 24th, 1995, at Nintendo's 7th annual Shoshinkai trade show. I did have a little look at what the Shoshinkai would actually mean. I don't know if I can remember what it was, though. I think this is what it is. It says Space World. Yes, that's a Space World there. But it did say something. There you go. Beginning party is what it would be. So Shoshinkai. Kai is definitely party, and Shin is definitely new or probably beginning or something like that. But Shoshin, I don't know. These are two very, or three very common sounds in Japanese, so it's hard to just get it from that. And they're Japanese. There you go. Shoshinkai. It does say here what it actually is here. Oh, it's heart, is it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's a begin heart meeting. Basically, is what it is there. So a begin heart, I guess, is a beginner. We can just confirm that here if we go to Jisho here. Gosh, we zoomed in quite a bit here. Reset there. We put in there Shoshinkai. It's not going to actually say it because that's obviously a name, but this should be like beginner or something then. No, original intention. There we go. Or beginner down here. Shoshinsha would be like beginner here. So like, you know, that's basically, as it says here, first time heart or spirit or something like that. So, you know, you can see how it comes out to be beginner from that, I think. But yeah, so we've got the Nintendo 64 was available to play by, you know, some people around this time. But it was called the Ultra 64 previous to this. But there's this other thing, Desk Side Onyx was also called, or Project Reality here as well it was called. Or that was something else. I don't know. I don't know the detailed histories. But you might notice here that it's mentioning here real emerging technology is named SGI had given to the set of core components which would be used first in Project Reality, the MIPS whatever CPU and the MIPS Reality coprocessor and whatever. And so MIPS, if you actually played Super Mario 64, you might have come across a character called Mips the Rabbit, and this is where this comes from. It stands for millions of instructions per second. So yeah, the rabbit was named after a computing term. So there we go. Also around this picture, this Carolco Pictures went bankrupt. Existed from 1976 to 1995. And I was like, I don't know if I know these people, but then I saw this logo and it's like, oh, that looks kind of familiar. It kind of looks like the OCP logo, but it's not quite. And, you know, that kind of like triggered something in my memory, but obviously then it came here to this thing up front. The Rambo franchise, Total Recall, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Basic Instinct, Universal Soldier, Cliffhanger and Stargate were all released by Carolco Pictures here. But yes, it went bankrupt in 1995, and yeah, so there's a lot of different films released here. Got some very earliest ones. The Sensuous Nurse. Oh gosh. Here, Donna Principle, a bunch of other things here. And then when they started actually doing things which people might recognise, obviously got Rambo here, First Blood, Rambo 2, Pound Puppies and the Legend of Big 4. Okay, tone shift slightly from Rambo, but, and then yeah, later on that year, Rambo 3, Red Heat, that's one they didn't mention at the top, that was a Schwarzenegger one. They Live, which I think I've heard of. Pound Puppy was awesome. I had one, a Pound Puppy. It was like, I think a Dalmatian Pound Puppy. It didn't look like that, from what I remember. Let's see if we can find. Let's Bing it. Why not? Pound Puppies. Let's see. I had one that looked a bit like this one here, but not quite because it was an older version. Let's see if it will be able to bring up. If it's around about 1995, not brush and style, no, stop that, don't autofill off of me, Bing, you're letting me down here. It was something like a Pound Puppy, maybe it was a knockoff Pound Puppy I had. Maybe I didn't actually have a real one. Let's do 1990 instead and see if it'll get me any closer to what I might have had. See, it's a 1990s one. Yeah, it looked a bit like these things. More like these ones over here. Actually, more like this kind of one. This, I think, this one, the back here, is what I think I had. Open image, new tab. Let's go here. It's this one back here. I think I had one. Yeah, I remember the ribbon around its neck and that. This looks very similar to the one that I had right here. I think one of my brothers had this one here. But yeah, I had this one. Maybe it's not a Dalmatian. That one looks more like it's going to be a Dalmatian. So I don't know. Let us just go. Gosh, calm down there. Go over here. So yeah, they did that. They did, what else? Yeah, Total Recall here. A version of Hamlet, apparently, with Mel Gibson. The Punisher there. Terminator 2, of course. As it said, yeah, a Charlie Chaplin film. Okay, with Richard Attenborough. Okay. With Robert Downey Jr. I think I may have known about that one. So yeah, the person who plays, or played Iron Man, I don't know if they're still playing Iron Man, was playing Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, Cliffhanger, yeah, that was Stallone. There it said, Showgirls, Cutthroat Island, and yeah, that is what we have there. Also out around this time is GoldenEye. We're not talking about the game yet. I think the game was out on the N64, wasn't it? The famous GoldenEye game that everybody knows of, with the weird-looking mouth, which is taken from like this picture or something like it, isn't it? But yeah, so then the actual James Bond film was released, of GoldenEye. And there's Pierce Brosnan there, and all that stuff. yeah, I think the actual N64 art was based on something like this. I mean, it wasn't exactly that one, was it? Let's bing it again. N64 Golden Eye. Yep, autocomplete. Yeah, because it can look a little bit confusing if you look at the picture on here. People are probably already well aware of this, but if you look at this, you can see there's the gun here, there's James Bond's face, and this is James Bond's hand holding the gun here, but it kind of looks like his mouth continues all the way over here, which a lot of people have pointed out and done recreations of what it actually would look like if this was like his actual just face behind here and not his hand holding the gun and such like that, which is entertaining. Also on this time, Starly, you might be interested in this one. We had Annie, A Royal Adventure, or Annie 2. Because I know you like the first one at least. I don't know what you think of the second one. But none of the cast members from the previous film appear in the sequel. These people are the only people to appear in this film, and these other people are not in the sequel. The film has no songs apart from a reprise of Tomorrow sung at the end of film. But you will now, so there you go. It's somebody who's not the person who did it in the first place. But there we go. So let's have a look. Can we actually zoom on this? There's not a great resolution picture there, but there you go. Got a good dog there though. But I think there's a dog in the original, wasn't there? I mean, I only just I think it was on, and I was around when I've seen it. So there we go. Also around this time, Sandy was from the original. Cool. Were they that big, or were they a smaller dog at that point? But also, around this time, we had Toy Story. You may have heard of Toy Story. It was a little film that got a release. Wasn't, the biggest, that big. Okay, cool. Wasn't like the biggest computer-generated movie around that time. Hasn't spawned a bunch of sequels and toys and things. I hope the sarcasm is clear to those people who find that difficult. But of course we had Tom Hanks in there. Gosh, Tim Allen as well. They're looking pretty much the same as he usually does. From Home Improvement and whatever, but also being Buzz Lightyear and such like this, and a bunch of other people. I think this is the person who played the Slinky Dog, wasn't it? And stuff like that. Yes, that guy who you know his face and that, or was in The Princess Bride. So yeah, Vizzini in The Princess Bride, and a bunch of other people who are probably a bit more known. Well, maybe not. but yeah. So there's them two there who didn't look like that when the film was made. But the Mr. Potato Head was that guy who was with a thing with Clark Gable and Clint Eastwood and stuff like that. So and Penn Jillette apparently was in there as well, from Penn and Teller, as the Buzz Lightyear TV commercial announcer. It's been a while since I've seen the original Toy Story, so yeah, it's that there. But yeah, so let's see if we can go through anything. Is anything interesting popping out to us here? Maybe not. But yeah, not only like a very important film in the history of filmmaking, being I think one of the first big CGI movie hits and stuff, and the actual first fully CGI. I don't know if these are exactly the accolades by it, but yeah, there we go. Toy Story's toned to be edgier after several disastrous story reels. The production was halted and the script was rewritten to better reflect the tone and theme Pixar desired. So yeah, Disney wanted an edgy version of Toy Story, it seems. But there we go. So that is what was happening around that time. And yeah, we're going to have a look at the... Are you ready? I mean, people who came in not at the start of the stream won't have seen this. Oh, by the way, since it's up on the screen at the moment, I just want to do a check here. Penny... There are 46 pennies in the penny jar at the moment. So I think some have been entered by, whilst you've been away, West. But we still haven't got up to that big 60 yet where Tracy does a stream. But are you prepared, everybody? Are you ready for what this looks like? Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Ping. It looks absolutely horrifying, doesn't it? Uh-oh. It looks like somebody's being suffocated in plastic wrap or something like that, doesn't it? But that's what's the front. That is terrifying. Yeah, it's like a 3-dimensional graphics brought to you on your Amiga. Just like this. You will like them. Oh, dear me. But yeah, we'll get into that because obviously we have other things to look at quite at the moment. Yes. We have some stuff to look at over here. So yeah, we'll have to look at that image at least one more time before the end of the stream when we get back to the front cover there. But we have some discs and things to look through, which, if I remember what buttons to press, I'm having trouble. So that was a kind of my interpretation of a line from RoboCop. I'm having trouble. I don't know if anybody else that quote stands out in anybody else's mind, but it does to me at least, because that's the way my brain works. You have a 3D program. That's why they got 3D stuff on the front of the magazine. So we'll have a click of it. We won't have a deep look into it. We've got the getting started guide to it if we want to. But what we can do, I tried to get an animation work, but I'm not quite sure how to work. You probably have to go through some of these other menus and stuff like that. But if we load up the thing which calls itself an animation from DFO, and then we have animations here, and then candle scene. Oh gosh, candle scene, and click OK. It'll load up at least. Oh, replace old animation. I don't actually have an animation here, but you can see it has this kind of thing here. These are the things in the scene. You have a candlestick, a teapot, a fruit in a bowl. So it's got all that stuff. And if I knew how to do this, but you can get the idea of what it would be like. Creation, primitive, freeform, modify, colors, settings, extras, modes. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to do a render of things. Go to play. Play might be good, mightn't it? See, doing that doesn't actually seem to do anything. Object, create root, keyframing, morphing, go to frame, bunch of other stuff here. Freeform, modify, colors, setting, display, draw modes, redraw, maybe redraw will work. Modes, wireframe, solid. Oh, we got solid. Can we? Oh. Rendering control, fast, lampless, shadows, outlined. Let's keep it on normal. Render. Okay, so you have to insert other discs as well. I don't know if I've got the discs that it might want and stuff like that. There's 4 discs that come with it and stuff like that. So, but you can know what it's like. It's going to take an age to actually do it, and it's going to look like basically the scene that we just saw. And stuff like that. So I don't think there's much reason to go too deeply into that. Though we do have a game which does require some more of Katie doesn't know what's going on happening. Let's pick the right one, reset. If I go back to the right thing here. So basically the takeaway from that is it's a 3D program. You don't really need to know too much more than that about it. So this is a Mindscape game called Tiny Troops. A mind-boggling battle over 72 levels, over 40 different troops and vehicles, a 1 or 2 player game, individual bosses and hidden bonus games. A unique action arcade game of war. I think we're still loading here. So Phoenix Interactive. It's a nice little thing. It looks like they're sitting on a pie for some reason. You know, the symbol pi. For some reason. I guess it's pi for Phoenix. I don't know. We're doing a bit of a load. Here we go. Oh, it's a mouse-driven thing. Oh, yeah. It didn't have any sound as well, so don't worry about that. And yeah, it's a little bit confusing, and they don't give you a lot of time to get used to things. So, oh gosh, double-click on this one, and then what I can do is I think let's move them over here. Can I move up the screen somewhat? I think we start getting attacked. So basically, there's little bug creatures who. Do I have to click on move again? Move up here. Because I think they do start getting attacked at some point. Oh, here they go. Here's some enemies and stuff like that. So if we go fight and click on that one. There we go. They're going to shoot them. There we go. And we've got our other characters down here now are going to get attacked. So we can like draw a box around some of them and then wedge and go that way. No, that way. Please go over here. They're going a wedge formation over here, and then they can fight these. They are fighting them already. Fight. No. Okay. Double click this one. Fight. It's a little bit rough. Are you doing it? No. Do you have to walk first to do it, or are you in range, or I don't know. This one, let's walk them over first. Walk, hang on, click button, there we go. Walk over here, and then when you get over there, click this, and then fight that one there. What are you doing over here? Oh, they lost people to fight. Okay, it does. Okay. I shall take your word with it. That's a fire at least at the start, isn't it? So I guess that might be it. Oh, my characters are being killed here. Can I... oh, no, not... That's a protection shield thing. Oh, no, I can't actually... Oh, gosh, there. They got the protection shield on. Oh, no, hang on. Fight. This character over here. Oh, dear. You lot. Oh, gosh, no. Ugh, gosh. Select. Come on. Hold down. Okay, go over here then. And then lots of screaming going on upstairs apparently. So it's hard to tell kind of what's going on and who's doing what. And it seems like these people are attacking. These people are attacking. We've got more people up here as well. No, it's got their base up here. So I think we need to go and like invade their base. You know, like good. Oh gosh, can I not? Wall maneuver. Okay, can we go up here more? I know they're already going up here. Oh gosh, that one's gone. Can I just like get this one and get this one to walk up to their base up here? They seem to be walking over here. There, can we claim? Why are you flamethrowing it? Gosh. Hang on, I'm being attacked from behind here. Oh, they're who's doing what? Oh, that. Gosh, we've got a bit of a chain going on. There we go. They're gone. So this person, hang on, you double click. I think if you click this one, they should all go to the base. Oh gosh. Yes, you. Pie and pie are two separate sounds. Okay. Oh dear. Can we? Oh gosh, I don't do that. Don't do that. Do that. And go here. No, don't flame. See, it's a very confusing game. I think we're supposed to take over the other bug's base. And we might have won against them, actually. Somehow. Where did my person go? Are they going back down, are they? Yeah, anyway, it's a very confusing kind of game. With a bit janky controls and stuff like that. So moving on. We reset this here. What we've got on this one then, it's off the screen at the moment, I just need to look at my notes. We have a thing called speed, which is the only thing that's actually interesting on here. So let us get that on here. So yeah, it's down here for some reason again. Because it's a sub-disk, it has to be below, doesn't it? Look at a thing to read CD-ROMs, a thing to mount things, a thing to do FTP, and yeah, so you can see why we're not looking at some of these things, some libraries and stuff like that. But yeah, so we go for speed, extract, speed. Gosh, sounds illegal. And then there we go, it's extracted. Go up to the top here, look in the RAM disk. Speed demo. I think I need to control it by the keyboard. I've had my controller plugged in, but I don't think I need it at all. Keep it plugged in just in case, but I don't think I do. Tables. What about tables? Oh gosh. So it's probably a little loud. So let me wave things around. Open the volume thing and change this down a smidge. And then get back into this. Don't know if that changed much. But yeah, you can look around like this. Go forwards and backwards and stuff, and I think this does a jump. Just like a charge up jump. So you have to hold down the button to jump. You just tap, jump. You can't jump very well, and then you can come down here. Oh, you have to push the jump button to duck as well. I think there's nothing in there, because oh gosh, I went in there before. Get out. Out. Okay, I think I'm going over here. I'm not sure actually. Maybe over here. Oh dear, it fell down. Oh gosh. Up here? No, I have to go around here. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, we can just do that, can we? In there. Oh gosh. I'm not sure. Oh gosh. Up there. Oh gosh. Come on. Come on. Up the thing. Oh gosh. Okay. Up. There. Thank you. I think I might need to jump across. Oh, there we go. I'm. Where am I? Okay, here I am. Oh gosh, I have to jump over here. Oh no, I fell down. Yeah, I know how to go up, but I'm kind of stuck slightly. Oh gosh. Hang on, I got turned around. Over here, I think. Okay. Oh, you can duck into these to get faster. Ugh. Oh gosh. Over there. Coca-Cola. Oh no. If you needed your brain broken today, there's that. So I need to go across here. Boing! So, Hexis. Oh, it's back to the start, isn't it? Yeah, down here. Underneath. I'm going to get to, I think, over here. Up here. Oh, gosh. Gosh. And then duck under here, jump. No. Dang it. So the trickiest part of this. Oh gosh. It's quite uncontrollable. There we go. Oh, I've got a thing up here. Go through the gates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it goes. 3. Go to 4. Here's 4. Go back to gate 1. Speed. Speed. Hang on. Oh, dang it. Speed. Yeah, there we go. Back to gate 1. Yeah, so you can see. Was that 80 seconds for my lap? Yeah. So that is that, and that is actually all the things on the discs that are worth looking at least, I feel. So there we go. We can actually get to the magazine now, and once again, prepare yourselves. Maybe I'll just try and avoid it. Oh gosh, I don't know if we can avoid it. So we're going for the fastest A1200 expansion ever, and here we get the 3D thing on here. Oh gosh. The Tiny Troops demo we saw, Cinema 4D, Super Street Fighter, Info Nexus, Falcon, Amiga Atrophy, details of a new game that pushes the boundaries of AGA technology. Wow, Pinball Mania, reviewed. Hang on. Try and avoid the phrase thing. Back on sale, return of the Amiga to the high street, plus new bundle. Look! The Amiga Magic bundle, you know, the title of the stream. So yeah, the A1200 is back on sale. Three-dimensional graphics brought to life on your Amiga. I don't know if this is brought to life right here. This is, yeah. Gosh. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Avoiding that. Oh, it's over there as well. But yes, we got a new Amiga pack we're going to be able to have a look at. It seems like everything's going well for the Amiga, doesn't it? Everything is going splendidly. It's all working out. Everything's going to be good. It's what the discs would have looked like. It's what the scene that we were trying to render would have looked like. Oh gosh, would have looked a bit like that. And yeah, this is the game on there as well. Yep, there's the rest of that. Hang on. There we go. This month they got a bit of a close-up of it there, but obviously they're probably going to mention it later on as well. Nothing has been quite as strange as the overpowering sense of general strangeness. Now we know the A1200 will be on sale again across the country. I can imagine it was a bit weird. Like, this company, are they dead? Are they not for like over a year and whatever? And we're getting more Amigas and whatever, and it's like, yes, here, have this Amiga which was out over a few years ago. No other home computer would have survived and the fact is the Amiga is back. Hang on. No other home computer would have survived, and the fact that the Amiga is back at all, however many units are sold over Christmas, owes a lot to loyal users such as yourselves. See, it was the loyal users who did it. They can't stop piracy. The loyal users can't stop piracy, but they can bring the Amiga back. So, what is that? The games have been included in the bundle of Brittle Surprise. Unfortunately, not a pleasant one. They don't really like at least one of the games that's in there, I think. But they're getting ahead of themselves, yes. So yeah, this is what the bundle looked like here. You got your A1200, your very old by that point computer, which wasn't stacking up against PC and stuff like that. I mean, you saw what the Amiga was capable of with that speed demo and that, which is pretty good, but it's not Doom. It's not Doom. And we've seen some things that were coming out for the PlayStation. Amiga definitely couldn't do that and whatever. They need more than Amiga 1200 to do all that, really. But yeah, it's jumping ahead a little bit there. Wow, fast fax modems. Here we go. It has 28 like bits or whatever, I think, or board or whatever it is for the thing. And yeah, can you find another deal like this? Trust Quad Multimedia PC. Oh, they're selling PCs. Pentium. Oh gosh. Oh my word. I've never heard of Trust. There didn't seem to be a brand you can trust, did they? But yeah, Special Reserve. look at all these Amiga games we've got for you, but please buy this £1,000 thing with Windows 95, massive 1 gigabyte super speed hard drive, a quad speed CD-ROM drive, a genuine Sound Blaster 16 Pro, it looks like, an award-winning Samsung 14-inch SyncMaster monitor. Wow, additional £500 worth of Microsoft CDs plus 8 classic games and 2-year warranty. Wow. And this is in the Amiga magazine. They're like, Commodore's not coming back. Well, Commodore's definitely not coming back. The Amiga, yeah, we're not predicting anything good for the Amiga. Buy a PC instead. So here you go. Everything's shown, including 1 gigabyte drive and Windows 95. There we go. More powerful than a Pentium 60. Wow, powerful 486 processor. Wow. And what do they have? What are their games and stuff? Are they not mentioning their games? I can see we've got some things like text-to-speech and various other things on here. I can't see the games they're mentioning. They said 8 classic games. Is that just like Solitaire and Minesweeper? Minesweeper wouldn't have been a classic, though, around about this time, would it? Anyhow, so this is the P90 Pentium. I didn't realise oh yeah, 486. Of course, it's 486, so it would be a Pentium, wouldn't it? That makes sense. I was getting confused. I know, me, Katie, getting confused. But there we go. So yeah, Special Reserve's kind of already given up and gone. Buy a PC. It's going to be better. I mean, this is going to be. What was this one? How much was this one? Wow, even more. $129.99. Gosh. 90 megahertz. It's 100 megahertz. I mean, I don't know the difference between these two here. Let's see if we can like compare them to see if it's worth it. So both got Windows 95. They both got the 1 gig hard drive. This one's got a very attractive mini tower case, and this one's got a large sculpted MIDI tower case. So you can see the difference in the case sizes there and there. This one's got a 486, 100 megahertz. This one's got a P90. I don't really know how that stacks up against things, though. Oh, here we go. Over 50% faster than the DX100. So this is the DX4100 is this one here. So it's actually 50% faster. So you're getting a faster processor, or double the RAM, or double cache, actually, it looks like. 1 megabyte PCI 32-bit graphics card. Doesn't say like a vendor or anything on that, or a manufacturer or such. Enhanced ID control, supports 4 drives. They both can do 4 drives. Expandable to 64 megabytes and expandable to 128 megabytes. So you're getting a little bit more in this one here than you are in this one, and that's apparently about 300 quid's worth of difference there. Or you could buy a Sony PlayStation, which, you know, at this time, if you're playing games, might have been a better choice. But yeah, because look, it's got Jumping Flash here, Destruction Derby, Discworld, 3D Lemmings. Well, 3D Lemmings maybe not things to get too excited about, but, you know, Tekken, Shinden, Ridge Racer, and stuff like that, and Mortal Kombat and whatnot. So, you know, if you're a games player, then maybe that would have been a good thing to go for and such like that. But here we have this thing over here, the Amiga Format news of the 60,000 A1200 units. They predict 60,000 units sold by Christmas here. And what they've got on here, the software that they chose. I mean, the previous ones have had like D-Paint and that on there. We've had like I think the trans rights pack was a different, you know, not an official one, but this is like the official Amiga package here from Amiga Technologies. But the official ones had like, you know, Nexian Story and Batman and things like that included in the pack-ins and things like that. So this one has an organizer, basically a filofax, it says. Gosh, does anybody know what a filofax is nowadays? But yeah, basically an organizer in digital form, a data store thing. But yeah, was one of their cover disk things or whatever. Word processing thing here. TurboCalc, looks kind of spreadsheet software there. Personal Paint, so not DPaint anymore. We've got Personal Paint by Cloanto here. What did Cloanto do as well? Let's have a look here. Cloanto. They do the Amiga Forever thing. So they're still going. I thought that name seemed familiar. They do this thing called Amiga Forever, where you can get different versions of it. This is like $29.99, but what you get for this is some actual legally bought Amiga ROMs. And stuff like that. So, you can actually, not necessarily the discs and stuff like that, but the actual Amiga operating system. You can legally buy versions of the Amiga operating system here. But if you're going to do that, I suggest doing it through the Android version. You can get it significantly cheaper if you go through the Android thing here and get that. So I don't think I have it on here, but let's see. I did buy it. And the Play Store, do I have information on my apps and stuff? Manage apps, recently updated. It's probably going to be recently updated, is it? Can I search? I don't know if I can search apps here. Okay, let's try and flick through to see if we can find Amiga Forever. In fact, what the best thing about just search the thing, Amiga Forever Essentials, that was the one. I don't have, it's Cloanto on here as well. I don't have the amount it costs. It costs only like a few quid, and then you can legally emulate the Amiga on your computer or your phone or whatever you have that you want to emulate the Amiga on. And I thought, why not? Why not get some legal Kickstart ROMs and that kind of thing? As I said, the discs and stuff, they're still in the grey area and stuff like that. But if you're not so technically minded, maybe getting some of these things here will be good. But if you're not technically minded, you're probably not thinking about the Amiga too much yourself here. But if you do want to just get the Kickstart ROMs and stuff like this with 1.3 ROM, whatever. I think I got a few different ROMs on the one here, so it might have been equal to this kind of thing. But it's not the price that it is on here. So if you're going to do it, unless you want to give this company some more money, of course, then if you want to try and save a little bit of money, here. As I said, that's surprising. Cloanto. I kind of said I kind of thought I'd heard of that name before, but I couldn't quite place what it was. But yeah, so Cloanto here, who did a paint program, carried on and now owned legally the Amiga Kickstart ROMs and are selling them or licenses to them on the website. So there you go. That should say something, really, shouldn't it? So Amiga Technologies, Commodore, we know have gone bust already, and we have who is it? The name of the company who bought them out and stuff like that. I can't remember the name. Escom, wasn't it? Yes, Escom, Amiga Technologies, all that kind of thing. No, it's the people who made this paint program here, which now own the rights to license out the Kickstart images for the Amiga. So, as I said, that should tell you something about where things are headed. But yeah, we got the paint program, not Deluxe Paint, but I think we might have had a demo of this, and it might have been just reasonable a paint program. It's not something that stuck in my mind as either being bad or good. So there we go. We have this photogenics, looks like a photo processor. It's an image processor so powerful it has the potential to beat Adobe Photoshop. Notice the phrasing. It has the potential Sorry, I got distracted by something. To beat Photoshop. So yeah, it needs the AGA thing, which is the Advanced Graphics Architecture, which is in the Amiga 1200 to actually make it work any decently. Yeah, it's got a lot of potential. You can feel that potential in it, can't you? We had this game, Pinball Mania. So you know, you had Pinball Fantasies, Pinball Illusions, and stuff like this. You got Pinball Mania here now, so this is a decent one to include here. Most of the Amiga game developers we spoke to expressed that joy that Pinball Mania had been included in the pack. New Amiga pack owners are going to be gagging to play a good game after trying out the games in this. But surprisingly, considering it's A1200 only, it isn't as good as 21st Century's previous title, Pinball Illusions. As a showcase for the power of the AGA chipset, it fails. Indeed. It's been photogenic. And everybody's talking about they're using personal paint. But as I said, the Quanto has actually come out of this smelling a little bit better than the rest of the companies. I don't know if they smell better, but they certainly come out of this more than some of these other companies have. So yeah, let me read this in the tone that it was actually written then. Most of the Amiga game developers we spoke to expressed joy that Pinball Mania have been included in the pack. New Amiga Magic pack owners are going to be gagging to play a good game after trying out the games in this bundle, said one well-known developer who doesn't want to be mentioned here, who may not actually exist. And then we have Whiz here, which is some isometric type of game. Stinky armpits and me oxters were the choice words used to describe this 38% effort in AF71. I don't know if I want to know what I just said there. While we certainly can understand the inclusion of Pinball Mania, strong brand name, popular appeal, easy to play, the possible merits of Whiz are beyond us. Though A1200 only, it doesn't look any better than A500, A600 games such as Cannon Fodder. Is that a slight on Cannon Fodder here, really? The control system is awkward beyond belief and the gameplay content is almost non-existent. Once again, game developers have cordially welcomed the inclusion of Whiz because they reckon they'll be given about an hour's play and never be played again. Where was gloom or skid marks, we ask, or whatever. So yeah, that's what they've got on there, and they're not too fond of the whole thing there. Let's see what Tim Smith is going to go on about here. Just pick here. The scenario that's been mooted in some quarters that should be known better is that ESCOM was simply getting rid of Amigas left in the warehouses. Oh dear. So there we go. We have a Blizzard accelerator here. Look at that accelerator card there. Neat. At the recent Amiga Technologies press conference, speculation and price of the A4000T was revealed. Amid gasps of disbelief and muted mutterings, John Smith, UK sales manager of Amiga Technologies, revealed the tower would have the following spec: Workbench 3.1, a 25 megahertz 040 processor. I mean, you can't stack processors against processors just because of the speed they're going up, but the PC processors we were just looking at were about 100 megahertz, weren't they? And this is 25, so holding not stacking up too well here. But a gigabyte hard drive, not bad. 6 megabytes of RAM. Oh gosh, they were expandable. The PCs are expandable up to 64 and 128, weren't they? An Amiga Magic software bundle, including Scaler, which I think is a video editing thing. I'm not quite sure. No, it's a text editing, video compositing thing. The price has been set at a frankly astonishing $2,230, including VAT. Is that high or low? Hang on. Compared to the price of Pentium PCs, actually we saw them up there, which is like £1,000 for a Pentium PC. It seems like it's a worse deal to get this, and it's about twice the price. Oh dear. Yeah, Amiga Format believes this price is ludicrously high and uncompetitive, even for the corporate multimedia market. Maybe Amiga Technologies will prove us wrong. Maybe they can pull an Apple and just make everybody want it. Anyway. Place your bets now about how that went. Or how things went. But let's see here. So Amiga's atrophied. There's different layers of parallax here. So, you know, the thing that Shadow the Beast had, this has as well. Share my madness. I'm reading this magazine. I feel like I am sharing your madness. And intersector developments. Pledge themselves to the cause of innovative AGA-specific programming techniques in games. The first game, a horizontally scrolling shoot-'em-up going by the name of Atrophy, will claim they claim AGA techniques and hardware tricks never seen before, like parallax scrolling, which definitely didn't appear in Shadow of the Beast. Anyhow, gloom, 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 indeed. Fans of Gloom will find themselves very well catered for in the next few months. Black Magic is set to release a Gloom Deluxe, a Gloom Data Disc, and a Gloom 2 CD32. There we go. So more of this Doom clone, if you like that. Trying to match PC software bundles with their all things to all men approach is one way of reclaiming market share. Well, we'll see on that. So we have Blitz Bombers here. Bomberman / Dynablaster clone. Reminding you, they had to call Bomberman Dynablaster here in the UK because, you know, having bomb in the title, especially when there were certain bomb events going on, wasn't a thing they wanted. Here, I just saw something over there which might be interesting as well. This doesn't look interesting, but here, if Stars is around, if you like that sort of thing, Vauxhall Motors are the first UK car manufacturer to launch an interactive advert on the net. Gosh, hailed as different from the normal list-like websites. The user explores and experiences the Frontera through a menu of interactive screen displays featuring sound and video playback. The ad can be checked out in design terms at vauxhall.co.uk, but obviously it wouldn't be up now. So how is the Vauxhall Frontera, Stars, if you're around to answer? Amiga, the filmmaker's computer of choice, indeed. And got this fancy dinosaur again here. What else? Carrying on. What's going on down here? Why have they got rid of the A's from that? You have no idea. You're not really up on your Vauxhalls. Okay. Why are the A's missing from here? Oh, gosh. Anyhow. So what was it? The Vauxhall Frontera. Let's have a look at it and see what it's like. The Vauxhall Frontera. So, or Isuzu MU, apparently, is what it would be. So it looks a bit like this, apparently. Excuse me. Yeah, it looks a bit like this. We got any good? This is there we go. This is like looks a bit maybe blurry, but there we go. Friend B's dad had one. There you go. So that's why it's got a roof rack, or at least handles you can pick it up by. Yeah, there we go. It's very big vehicle-like. I'm good at this. It was very cheap to run for an off-roader. Okay, cool. I just kind of realised I haven't actually gone over. Oh, here's getting into 3D, and this looks kind of less scary, but still kind of odd, let's say. But we didn't look through this, and there's not much to look through here, really. I just want to say that we did. This is what you do. As I said, you had the colour pages on the outside and the real cheap paper on the inside here. You can see this is not just a blank page. This is actually a scan of the back of this colour page. An interactive TV app for a mobile phone with the Sony Ericsson. Basically a web-based version of the phone you can try out. Ah, neat. some of the older stuff, I mean, it probably used, was it QuickTime or something like that, didn't it, to do it or whatever? I can't imagine how awful the website would have been. I doubt the Wayback Machine would have it. Wayback Machine. Let's see. It was Voxel, wasn't it? Voxel.co.uk. Possibly Java or something. I don't know. It's not going to go that far back, is it? Because Wayback Machine... It's going back to 1996. So we might be able to see something of it. Let's see. Our pages look best on Netscape 2.0. Oh, God, look at this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's all gone wrong. If you wanted a good... good example of early internet. Oh, gosh. They were saying the Corsa Cabrio here. Range profile. Look at all the flashing light, animated GIFs, everything on here. Look, you can have the BTCC screensaver. The vector, take control. Oh, this looked like an interactive thing here. Is it actually going to work, do you think? Oh, hang on. Designed for the next millennium. Got the text-only version of it. Can we click on things? Oh, we can click on this. Oh, is this what they mean by interactive? It's not the same one, but this is the quality it would have been at. Oh, gosh. So what do we want to do? We want to enjoy it, don't we? Click enjoy. Oh, gosh. Oh, they have not archived that URL. Oh, protect. No, they haven't archived the URL. Dang, but oh gosh, it would have looked like this. This page requires Netscape. If you're using another browser, a text-only version is available. But yeah, it just would have basically been some buttons that would take you to different places and show you different pictures and stuff like that. But there we go. That is that. But yeah, I wanted to just show you this. So yeah, this isn't a just a blank page just put in here just to get the spacing correct. This is actually the back of this here. You can see because of the stains that have been left on here, possibly from this page or possibly just from use or whatever. I mean, I don't know if it got a lot of use. This crease here looks more creased than the binding or whatever, doesn't it really? So maybe it didn't really get a lot of use. But here we go. So yeah, they printed it on like fairly cheap paper and stuff like that. Just something to stick on the front of a magazine. A humble little book indeed. And I can already kind of like imagine what this kind of book would smell like as well. Oh yeah, it's got this really weird looking guitar. It still looks off. But yeah, this is like what you would have gone to work through how things work. Oh, there's something based on a car there. Materials. If you've done any 3D modelling, you'd probably be familiar with some of this stuff. Boolean operations, all be like cut out and stuff like that, won't it? Yeah, and not and stuff like that. So here we go. There is solid screen. Look, you can make this thing that's like in Babylon 5 or whatever. Promise. You can do that on your Amiga, though. It's, yeah, looking pretty cool. And some people could have, but most people couldn't have. And yeah, so yeah, if you've done any 3D stuff, then you'd have some idea of what's going on there. So yeah, getting into 3D, we have, I think that's a spaceship. There could be a bug going, ooh. We have this head, which that doesn't look comfortable, does it? They've been turned into a golf ball, or I don't know. They had the same thing done to as the person on the cover. You know, they have like plastic wrap put across their face, but this time it was bubble wrap they had put across their face, and it's made like all these indents. And whatever the heck else is going on here, we've got some kind of like purling clouds, purling noise going on the background. It looks like some weird bendy thing. Your friend P was using a programming language-based 3D modeling. Programming language-based 3D modeling. Wow, yeah, that's. I need visual to work on things. I'm getting parts of 3D printed in metal. Wow, very cool. So available cheap now. Well, accessible probably is rather the words than cheap. I think, unless I'm not really keeping up with 3D printing stuff and whatever, but possibly accessible is more appropriate word than cheap as far as what I know about it. That's what's happening here. There's like 3 and then D in the background here. You can just kind of see it, and this kind of showing the wireframe version of the 3 here, like it is over here. This is what's in the background. This is why it looks a bit weird. But they've distorted it so much here that it doesn't look right. This looks at least a little bit better here. Software is free and the pipe costs 3. Cool. Oh. you know, it could have. It could have gone both ways. You know, it's just like they just bought somebody a pint and they printed the thing off for them. It just could have worked out that way. But yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, I haven't been in a pub for a long time. I generally don't buy alcohol when I do anyhow. But yeah, this is the not quite pinhead, more like dimple head picture going on here. There, and obviously, what would people use their 3D software for? Obviously, to make gloriously rendered 3D butts. Because, of course, the March of Progress and all that kind of thing. But yeah, as I said, accessible, being that... I mean, who bought it? Did you buy the thing? Because if you bought the thing that got 3D printed from them for £3, that's probably materials and whatever that you're paying for. But if you'd bought the 3D printer and, you know, the whole spool of the stuff and whatever, then maybe it would have cost a bit more, and that kind of thing. It definitely would have cost a bit more. I don't think 3D printers have come down to the standard printer price range yet. A 3D printing service, yeah. So as I said, accessible and cheap in that way, but not cheap to actually do 3D printing yourself, if you understand what I'm trying to say there. Got some good 3D rendered stuff here. Some glasses and showing some caustics, I think they call it. And they got light being reflected in things like this. Some very fancy things there. Here's that bug or whatever it was. Bug ship. Very cool. It's like this. It's supposed to be based on bugs and mushrooms and things, I guess. But it's like an alien landscape and stuff like that. It's a high quality objects available on the Imagine Enhancer CD-ROM. These are pretty nice ones. Available here. And got that there. There's some various different software you can use there. White car looks cool. Yeah, a little rally car, I guess, there. Looks like the inside's been gutted and all that kind of thing. I like these ones kind of down here. That's the time machine, isn't it? That's what that is. That's the H.G. Wells time machine, isn't it? There. There's a cool little vehicle right there. Formula 1 car, little pickup. A pickup with a winch on it. And a very classic looking kind of car there as well. What else do we have? We have some UFOs. 205. Peugeot, yeah. We got a bunch of other stuff. This is a good one. Stash, you might be interested in this one as well. Is it Pixel Perfect Computer Graphics? I think it says around here. That's a nice one. Moon phase watch, indeed. And this is how to create porn on your Amiga. Ah, gosh. Who thought of it? Who thought they'd have instructions on how to make pawns? Gosh. Well, there you go. The Enchanted World of... That's that Silly Putty game, isn't it? Or something like that. This is the thing where they try to improve games or whatever. Virocop, Apidia. Indeed. Sorry, I forgot you were back west. Ah, dear. You see what things degenerate into when you're away. What is this thing? It's like a door. No, it's a jail thing. Okie doke. There you go. One of the coolest watch complications, yeah. And they call them complications because, yeah, they would be fairly complex, wouldn't they? Moon phase. I mean, all it would be... You only have to measure 28 days or something like that for that, don't you? But yeah, it would probably involve quite a lot of intricate things and such like that. I don't know what this article is about. An underrated game. Really, was WizKid really that underrated? It featured a hidden asteroid clone called Wizroids. Yeah, I'm very much against it having the asteroids in it. This is like hiding things in games, is it? Okay. I don't know. But anyway, Pinball Mania, apparently it wasn't as good as people would hope. Previews on things. Okay, this is like a Formula 1 game. I think. It looks more like a go-kart game, doesn't it, actually? I was thinking Formula 1 because it looked... Oh, virtual karting, there we go. But yeah, these definitely aren't Formula 1 cars. Those drivers would be in a lot of peril if it was. What else we have? Seventh Sword of Mendor and Thomas the Tank Engine here. Thomas the Tank Engine Pinball. Didn't we play that? I think we played a little bit of that, didn't we? Tracksuit Manager. Oh dear. There you go. Most commonly, the moon phase is displayed through a crescent-shaped aperture to identify the waxing and waning phase of the moon. This is known as a bosom moon phase watch, where two identical moons sit on a disc under the watch dial. The disc is controlled by a 59-tooth driving wheel, which uses a mechanical finger to advance the disc one notch every 24 hours. When a lunar cycle is complete, the second moon appears in the aperture, hence the total of 59 teeth, which is 29 and a half days. Yeah, that is an interesting way to do it, and dividing things up into 59. I don't know if that makes it hard or not, of whether you can just whether it's just as trivial as adding 58 or 57, or whether 59 is a more complicated number to do or whatever. But yeah. So there we go. Some games and things. Flight of the Amazon Queen. Here's some actual Formula 1 stuff going on here. Apparently it's just a team manager game there, so you don't get to drive the cars around, unfortunately. Top games. What's the top? We've got, oh gosh, Player Manager 2, Premier Manager 3, Sensible World of Soccer, Sensible Golf, and then the first non-sports one, Theme Park, but then Ultimate Soccer Manager. You can see what kind of people bought Amigas. Especially in the later days, can't you? Colonization. It's not a sports sim, but it yeah. Ah, gosh, yeah. FIFA International, Kickoff 3, Tactical Manager 2. Gosh, but yeah, CD32 there. We got Gloom at the top there. Lemmings, James Bond 2, Robocod, which is surprising, really. Top 10 budget, Super Methane Brothers, Settlers, Brian Lara Cricket. Oh no, not reviewed. That's probably the best decision they made. Gloom, Ultimate Soccer Manager. Yeah, so this is the A1200 ones. So hang on. Top budget ones. We've got Formula 1 Grand Prix is kind of the sports one coming in here, but then Premier Manager 3 multi-edit coming in here, which I don't know if it's even on here. We've got Premier Manager 3, but that's not multi-edit or whatever it says there. And then down here, Ultimate Soccer Manager here on the A1200, and then going down here, Super League Manager. There's only 2 of them on here, so the full price, it must be like people who still have A500s and such that are buying all these manager games and that. But here we go, Pinball Mania. Let's see. Oh, watch out, West. There's a spider one here. Drink. Thank you. I've forgotten that those things existed because most people have been not doing it, but that's a good one. Oh no, and most people definitely haven't been doing that one, West. Oh gosh. It's been, how long has it been? About 2 hours now. Oh gosh, let's do this. Stretch the legs a little bit. Ow. Ow. Do a stand. Oh gosh. Yeah, I know. There's plenty of people out there who want to torment me, but you know. Maybe you have been the biggest tormentor all this time, and I just want to go out to the camera because I hadn't mentioned it, but I have this fabulous new dinosaur dress here, which if I stand up again, you should be able to see. Absolutely fabulous. So yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. It is very. There's dinosaurs all over it. I think I did show it, didn't I? Before that I had it. Very archaeological indeed. Oh gosh, one of my Legos starting to get pins and needles now. Good call, West, but ow, West. Ah, dear. But carrying on. So yeah, there's a tarantula table here, so we won't zoom on that one because I know that West isn't fond of the spiders and such like that. But since West has tormented me, no, I think this is not quite the same thing, is it? Oh dear me. This would be as if you brought like a real life person in here that I didn't know and expected me to talk to them. is what like showing you spiders would be, really, wouldn't it? Or bringing a real life person in to talk to you and stuff like that. But anyhow, moving on. This is a jackpot one, so like a just a slot machine kind of one. Oh, we got slot machine down here, roulette table up here, cards up here as well. So it's a neat looking one. Just look kind of empty though for a pinball table, but. There we go. Oh gosh, jailbreak. So we've got the prison down here. We've got the judge up here. It says guard up there, law up there, arrest down here, and cop over here. Oh gosh, well, this is a good one to play if you want to bash the heck out of a cop with your balls. Sorry, West. As I said, Things have degenerated here, it seems. Oh, and a football one. There we go. Somebody playing some football down there. And let's go back up so we can try and avoid the tarantula one. But there we go. Oh, it's going to be over the place as well. Sorry about this, West. I can't really avoid it too much. So we'll just go to like the thing here. Nothing flash, nothing innovative. It's all been seen before, only better. What's the point of an AGA only game when it doesn't make full use of the AGA chipset? Gosh. People are expecting too much from this, I think. Does not show the AGA chipset at its best. Competent, nothing showy, flashy or tricksy. Can take it or leave it, non-compulsive. The balls and flippers aren't believable. Oh gosh, well that's its biggest crime really. If it's not actually good at doing the physics of a pinball table. Okay, a Hollywood Hustler, which looks like some kind of poker sim. Oh dear, 15%. This hasn't gone very well here, is it? Poorly digitized pictures, a waste of time. Since my baby left me, we know why she did. Oh dear. If you like poker, then fine. Go to a PD library. Fiddly menus, silly loading, and bum hands. Well, you're going to get that in a game, aren't you? But yeah, so it's it's looking Amiga-like, is what I can say here. If you scanned pictures into an Amiga, this is what you get. This is what you get if you scan images into an Amiga. Anyhow, I want to kind of zoom in on this because it says something here. So, arcane, requiring secret knowledge to be understood, esoteric. Oh, we got Cthulhu being mentioned in the background here. Ars Magica, GURPS, Ultimate Tank, whatever, Highlander, Space Hulk. On Thursday the 9th of November, Future Publishing will launch an exciting new role-playing magazine. It will be called Arcane. Read it. Oh, gosh. I mean, I think people who are into role-playing games, hi Starly, this advert would probably work on them. Got miniatures, the internet, board games, tabletop games, like the Directmus. Yeah, you'd read it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, it's like that's what we do. Role-playing games. So if you want to do role-playing games, board games, look, internet, tabletop games. If you like it, you want it. You know you're going to buy it. So it's really, really like just playing exactly to its audience, really, isn't it? Computer games, wow, play-by-mail games and collectible card games. My word, look at that. Chameleon, like, what the heck? Amiga Power 54. Oh, is this the, what is this? That's us, that is, the Amiga Power for, like, this tiny lizard. We constantly adapt our form to cope with the ebb and flow environment of the Amiga gaming scene, and using this specially commissioned fantasy art, this month's cover, Fact Fans, as a metaphor for the immortal soul of Amiga Power, witness how we now compare Amiga Power 54 to a bat. For like the shadowy night flyer, our sinister agents lurk eerily in order to disseminate facts about new games. Heard about virtual karting and Thomas the Tank Engine pinball? Of course not. You've not read it. Well, I've actually read this magazine that is on previous pages. Sorry. An eagle soaring high above the confines of the current depressed Amiga market. We travel far to bring you all manner of exciting, interesting, and downright knee-slappingly funny subjects. Oh yes, that's what eagles do. A squirrel salting away game hints and tips in a dry, woody hollow for the day when you're impossibly stuck. A grasshopper. Yeah, everybody's... Oh, sorry, there's a spider down there. I didn't see that, West. I apologise. It's a good art otherwise. My favourite is whatever the heck this is. Or this bird here. It's a very good bird. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but I do like the bird. Yeah, there's a spider down there. There's a squirrel that's not looking all that great down there. And the eagle's like, Jimmy Pow. Yeah, it's like just some round green thing. It's a hopping, crawling, bounding, lolloping sort of games mag, indeed. Sorry, I tried to avoid the spider as much as I could there. What is this magazine deal with spiders this month? So there we go, a bunch of things going on here. We have Department for Education and Employment. There is a mandrill. There we go. A mandrill with some records, apparently. This is DJ Drill. As you probably know, DJ Drill is a mandrill. Drill was born with an excellent nose to scratch records. During a recent beach party in Guinea, Drill was discovered by his manager, who is currently planning a London club tour. Since you don't have an excellent nose like this, and you're certainly not DJ Drill's manager, maybe you'd better do a modern apprenticeship. Screw your dreams, kid. Oh, gosh. I don't know. Isn't that like a garage spin-off and stuff like that? Oh, I don't know. Since you don't have... Yeah. If you're aged between 16 and 19, you get the chance to gain a qualification while you're working. Or do you have an aunt at home that knows how to boogie? If not, please send this coupon to us, and you'll get a very stimulating information pack on all training initiatives. They must be taking the piss with this advert. They must be taking the piss. I mean, obviously it's supposed to be funny in some ways, but come on. They must know the tone that they've given it there. They must. Oh gosh, player manager. Oh, be still. I know. A lot of CD-ROMs of stuff. Total Football. Wow. This football person reads this football magazine. Super Street Fighter 2 CD32. Oh, to be announced. The compact disc that Super Street Fighter 2 comes on eliminates disc swapping at a stroke. That's a good thing. You definitely don't want... Oh dear. Vega is heartless in the kill. Balrog is a big bully. Cammy is a flasher. You can see her butt. But then again, I mean... Let's see what else we've got here. Oh dear, and they're being racist as well. Or thereabouts. Well, image effects. Do you want your images to look like this? This is modern art, this is. So there you go. 3-button mice. Wow. Games Master. Racing just got deadly. Well, I have to inform you that racing has been deadly previous to this for many, many years. Free Giant Ridge Racer and Toshinden poster. That would be pretty nice to have. Destruction Derby for the PlayStation. Need for Speed for PC. Micro Machines 96 for the Mega Drive. Wipeout for the PlayStation. Fatal Racing for PC. Sega Rally for the Saturn. This looks like Destruction Derby in the background, but it's got too many varieties of car for that, I feel. It might just be Destruction Derby there. I think it had different textures, but the same car model, and it looks roughly like this one. Plush reviews of Yoshi's Island, Rayman, Bomberman 3, Bug for the Saturn. You know, I never had a Saturn, or knew anybody who had a Saturn, so I'm out of the loop on what Bug would be, and Fears for the Amiga, which was one of the Doom clones, or thereabouts. They've got some cheats and things. Oh, look, it's David Duchovny over here. Species, Waterville, Christopher Priest, and more. Films, TV, books, comics, videos, models, and stuff. X Appeal. The SFX magazine, indeed. Oh, look, a rugby magazine over there as well. What else do we have? We have some anime going on here. Not quite sure. I can't really make out what's going on. It might be lewd. I can't quite tell. And here we go. This is just re-releases. We've got some Mortal Kombat and so on. CD-ROM software. PD stuff. So we've got maybe some porn on here. It looks like possibly Planet M. It's difficult to know what to look for in a demo. Should it make you gasp in awe, raise your eyebrows quizzically, or simply make you laugh? Melon Design's new demo does all three. Okay. Does it say what's actually on it, though? Plasmatic pulses in the background. Okay. Okay, I don't really tell you too much about it, but I think this is some of the images from it. So there you go. Fruit Kitchen. Is it some kind of Doom kind of thing? Fruit Kitchen. You can get it on the internet. Soul Kitchen. I think it's just some demo thing going on. But yeah, I like the kind of title things here. Buy, the silence. Where? Freeware. PD House, all good ones. Price, ask PD House. But that's kind of skimping on your duty there a little bit if you're just going to say ask for each one of them, isn't it? Oh, this one's got price, £1 plus 50p. You got like a warthog down here. This is a pretty neat little warthog and goblin combo here. Artcore. And such. We've got this going on. Looks like He-Man with some alcohol for some reason. And Catwoman and Penguin there. So we got a Michael Jackson caricature and somebody else as a caricature who I can't place. Roswell slideshow. Oh gosh, we got some aliens. Definitive proof, right here, I tell you. And marathon, not that marathon, but another marathon. And we also, oh gosh, come on. We have Batman Returns, apparently. It's definitely a bat, but there we go. Another Gotham scene, I guess, there. And Trap 'em. So it looks like your character has to, use man traps or bear traps or whatever to capture things. But here we go, the Amiga 1200 Amiga Magic Pack, which you've already kind of seen what's on there. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, you can't call it this. Whiz, 3D platform, you can't call it that. It's an isometric platform game, or possibly an isometric game. I don't know if platforms are involved with it, as far as I can see. We haven't come across a review for it at the moment. But 3D platform game, that's definitely stretching things there. You got the CD32 over here. Marpet. I like that name. Marpet. Autumn sale, slashing prices. Gosh, look at all this stuff. You can get stuff. Seriously, Amiga. Cinema 4D things here. We've got some cards. We've got a clock as well. A little spinny thing underneath. I'm guessing that's going to be like its pendulum. Carriage clock, that's what they're called. I'm guessing this is like a glass thing around the outside. It's a little hard to tell, but I think there's a glass case around the outside of it. Plus a car. What's the car? It says Ferrari on it. So I'm guessing that's what it is. But there we go. A Falcon, lightweight rendering. So yes, like an accelerator card thing. Apparently it does well. Scan doubler. Looking to banish forever flickering video from your A400. And there you go, some kind of de-interlacing kind of thing it looks like there. Another accelerator card here. 87%. It's cheap. But yeah. .NET directory. I've got a different picture here. Let's see what's going on in this picture. Issue 2. We've got a mug or cup or something like this. Well, a plastic coffee cup, is it? With some crocodile clips attached to it. I'm not quite sure what's going on in the background here. What these... Oh, you can't see that. What these are. We've got some nuts of some kind, it looks like. A sugar cube, maybe? No. Maybe? Maybe not. Was this coffee? This might be coffee. Yeah, obviously, if you've got a coffee cup, this might be coffee, mightn't it? Be. It says stir crazy on here, and cyber cafes. Ah, there we go. So yeah, this is their artistic vision of a cyber cafe. You have an empty plastic coffee mug cup with crocodile clips attached to it in some random fashion. So coffee beans scattered around with some sugar cubes, I'm guessing that they are. Whatever this is, I'm not sure. It's like a happy little face with some exclamation mark arms and legs. That's the happy little face one. This one down here is like a shades face one. Oh, no, there's a happy face one. This is a hand coming across here with coffee grounds on it. And this is cyber coffee. Oh, this is a jar of coffee, and they've got their spoon, and they're piercing the film at the top of the jar of coffee here. And then we've got... What is the wrappers for around here? And then Skittles. And the wires. Oh, they got the wires nicely lined up down here. Oh, this is what it is. Oh no, it's a cop. .NET directory, apparently that's their logo. So that's an interesting thing. What they got going on over here? Is that a cake? That's a cake with crocodile clips stuck in it as well. The list above the logo. Gay! It has gay! Yay! I was going to read things in a bit, but yeah, so let's go to the top here. It has Paul Morley on London, Siberia. Nigel Floyd goes on about films again. Jim McClellan, maybe in the net, but he's still staring up at the stars. Plus hundreds of all new site reviews. So altogether, that's much more than 1,500. Hotspots, the best sites in their field, and no mistake. And it's got a little logo for that as well. Comics, TV, football, health, gadgets, gay, PC/Mac, booze, web games, nature and environment. I would quite happily go to the gay gadgets area of the net. Thank you. If you miss it, you better be dead or in jail. And if you're in jail, break out. In future publishing in association with US Robotics. Interesting. What else do they have on the front of this? Definitive guide to the online world. Stir crazy inside cyber cafe society. Where did they come from? Where are they going? Are there cyber cafes still, or do people just taking their tablets into any old place? And phones and stuff like that. And laptops. You go to the gay cyber cafe. You treats all the trans girl hackers. Wow. I'm only a little hacker. I've done some coding. I'm more of a music hacker, I suppose, in a way. You'll find me on the table that's in the corner that's out of sight of everybody else. I go there because I like the cake, okay? I don't go to any cyber cafes, by the way. That's just anyway, never mind. Opening your own place, wow. That sounds like a lot of hassle and pressure and stress and stuff. All the UK cafes listed, all of them, and Paul Morley and Siberia, which we've got up there. Hundreds of all new net sites featured and rated. Stranded camera, the zany visions of the webcams. Queasy Desert Dan Blumfield's rounds up the sickos and psychos, okay. Wake Up America, Britpop blossoms on the net. Rage Hard, Anarchy on the WWW, Rave Hard, Culture, Club Culture Online. So there you go. And here's that advert which you've seen before. We have Info Nexus, which is the thing we kind of just didn't look at the demo of on the last one. You can look at your pictures in a little bit more better fashion than you could on the Amiga, just generally. And you can load your pictures of that guy and Chun-Li. Ken and Chun, there we go. It's Ken. I couldn't quite tell. But yeah, it's just an easy way to look around your hard drives and stuff like that. Oh gosh. What's with these magazines? And they're creepy. What the anyway. Well, yep. There's all that, and there's that too. Whatever that means. Oh wow! Some of the best software I've seen in here for a while. Some cross-stitching thing. Let's see. Producing your own original charts for your cross-stitch designs can be extremely fiddly and time-consuming. You have to be very accurate too, if so much as one square of colour is in the wrong place, it could ruin your completed picture and result in a lot of frustration and unpicking, or you can just say, nobody will notice it. So yeah, you could use graph paper or such like that. I'm just kind of waiting until they decide to dump on it, but they haven't yet, as far as I can see. And here, there are a few programming glitches, and my Amiga crashed a couple of times while I was running the program, but on the whole, PowerStitch 256 Plus was well structured and simple to use. So yeah, it seems like they're actually not taking the piss out of it. A great deal faster than producing things by hand, indeed. Get a hard drive or you'll be pulling out your hair in sheer frustration. Yeah, so it looks like a good little cross-stitchy program. You can pick a lot of colours. I wonder if they're particularly standard cross-stitchy colours, and they give you the actual things to look up and stuff like that. But yeah, you can do like threads and stuff like that over the top, it looks like, and various different like full things and half things and such. So yeah, it looks like a neat little program for doing cross stitches. And what the heck is that? Giga Graphics CD. Okay. That was cute, yeah. A lot of people have got used to the idea of quad speed drives. We've now got a 6-speed drive knocking on the door. Oh my word. A 6-speed CD drive. What will they think of next? CD write. electronics. A new CD-ROM system's been generating a great deal of interest. Okay. Probably not too interesting. It's been generating a great deal of interest. It's probably not too interesting. What else we have? Grolier Electronic Encyclopedia. And some things from Aminet and such. Is that Kylie Minogue? I think that's Kylie Minogue over there. And a bunch of other stuff here. Greytronics. Look at this character there. They have a joystick in there. EE. Who is EE? EE. There you go. EE. What's EE mean? Greytronics. EE. What does EE mean? EE. EE. Doesn't tell you what EE is, but they do land, air, and sea. Look, we've got a clip art disc. And look at the quality of the clip art. You have line drawing, you have pretty good drawing of a plane, and then we have cartoony boat. They're all different styles. Oh dear me. Anyhow, we've got modems up here, have we? If you're going to visit the World Wide websites in your cyber travels, you'll need a fast modem. So there we go. This is a workbench thing. Surfer dude, I want to be a net surfer, but I have limited funds and need a cheap modem. Yep, you guessed it. What shall I buy for about £100? What's my local BBS in Birmingham? On the TV they say their email address is CompuServe whatever at blah blah blah. Does this mean I can only contact them on CompuServe, or can I use my local BBS? Should I join CIX or CompuServe as well as my local BBS? I only really need it for sending emails and sending/receiving faxes, and for a bit of fun. What are the phone bills like, BT, compared to the local BBS and CIX CompuServe? Does it cost per minute or according to how much data you load? Can I put my own stuff on the BBS or CIX/CompuServe? What? Another person trying to get on the net? When will it all end? I already get enough grief from my mum trying to get on all the nursing news groups. So there we go. So, hang on. Watch it. They put number 1 at all. They have number 2. They just said I have no idea of what their local BBS is. It's unlikely you'll be able to contact them for your local BBS. Okay. Well, there we go. Speed Demon. Although they're not my cup of tea, Gloom is, in my opinion, the best of the Amiga Doom clones. Where are they mentioning here? I will be buying a new game in a few weeks, a Doom clone, because I'm addicted on my friend's machine. Now I know the main contenders are Alien Breed 3D, Fears and Gloom, so which do you think is going to be the best? They say, I'm afraid games are not my field of expertise. Oh gosh, come on. But they think Gloom seems the best. So there we go. What do we have? We have magnets? I don't know. So let's have a look here. Know it all, Amiga.net. What exactly is a gopher? See, I heard this term back when I was first, learning about the internet and stuff. It really doesn't seem like a thing that comes up nowadays. So, let's learn. Gopher is a tool invented at the University of Minnesota and was designed to help organize some of the clutter that exists on computer systems. Instead of having to poke around, hopefully, using nasty 1970s-style tools like FTP, Gopher organizes things into nice hierarchical menus that can be easily navigated. Okay, so it's just like a different way of looking at things. Gopher works on the time-honoured internet method of client-server computing, where one computer system acts as the server and dishes out information. So yeah, you kind of get that. So apparently this is a Gopher kind of thing. I still don't know what it is. Yeah. Let's just have a look here. Gopher. Here we go, Gopher. There's some gophers for everybody. Some cute little gophers here. Gopher, 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 gopher. Ah! Wah! Gopher, that's a rat, surely. Yeah, bunch more gophers. Gopher who's sick of this stuff. But there we go. Oh my word. That's a squirrel, surely. Maybe it's a gopher, but it certainly looked like a squirrel to me. That looks like a squirrel, but apparently it's a gopher as well. There we go. There's a gopher in the snow. So, yeah, if I'd seen that thing, I would have thought it was a squirrel. But anyhow, get yourself connected. Yep, FutureNet. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh gosh. Well, let's see. Nothing that's looking interesting, but oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm not a fan of it. But there we go. Anything interesting here? No. We have... I would say younger people might not know what this is, but I'm sure Western and Stars and Starly are all familiar with what this is. But yes, it's a reel of film that's going into like the little holder for it so it didn't get light damaged and stuff like that. There we have RoboCop. Batman. Batman's looking very yep. What else do we have? Bundles, ahoy, we've got some weird image processing thing going on here. It's just like making the highlights more sparkly and whatever here for some reason. Sarah, it could, might be, I don't know. They say think excellent packages like Wordworth, Photogenics, and Personal Paint, so they like them here. What else do we have? It's a free world. Is it really free? Are you talking about these things on the free book? It's not a free book if you have to buy the magazine, is it? I don't think we saw this one, did we? Get the most out of Amiga. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I don't know. Free! Worth some whatever when you actually buy a subscription or something, isn't it? Or when you buy one of the 6 best Amiga books indicated below. So, I mean, as I said, I have 2 copies of this. I've mentioned that before. So if I'd waited till then, I could have got Syndicate Playing Guide, Amiga Shopper, AREX, whatever thingy, and a Pocket Workbench and Amiga DOS reference. Wow. I think these things are just left over in their warehouse. So there you go. AF, subscribe. So yeah, there we go. So that was the thing up the pages, or back in the magazine or whatever. That was the .NET directory. This is just the Internet magazine .NET, Britain's best-selling internet magazine. It's official. We have Revolution, Internet Style, Join Charter 88 and Amnesty on the net. Save the world with green priests. Do the net Nazis have your email address? Oh, gosh. How virtual vicars spread the word. Plus, can the net really help the unemployed? Will Windows 95 and Microsoft Network mean the end of the net? No, MSN didn't mean the end of the net. What are they trying to say with this picture? Revolution. Internet style. And why do they have... Hello! My word, that was... The exclamation point startled me. Why do they have what looks like yarn sewn into their hair? Oh, they got the wires. Of course they got the wires. Is that a bottle opener? I cannot tell. I have no idea what they're trying to do with this here. But, oh no, it's barbed wire. It's barbed wire. It's not wires. It's barbed wire. And I don't know what's going on there. Aiming for dreads but don't have the hair texture. Yeah, I don't know. It said because they've got this blonde hair underneath and back here. So what I'm imagining is they just made something that looked like dreads out of just yarn. And they stuck it on top of this person's head for whatever reason. What it looks like to me, at least. And yeah, here's a thing of how to use tiny troops, and it's just, yeah, I did read this, and it's just still was awkward to control and stuff like that. 3K offers thing in cyberpunk spaces. Okay, it's a thing in the rave scene. Okay, interesting. Well, never being into the rave scene, I would not know. What does that say on there? Real 3D modeling power. Yes, more bits. We actually have a West. They have returned. So we've got here normal price 200, special offer 175. It's kind of like these kind of offers. It's like I do wonder why with these kind of offers. It's like if you're gonna spend £175, why not just go for the 200? It's not that much of a difference, really, unless you're really budgeting things and stuff like that. And the difference really doesn't seem to. Never mind. Amiga Format coverdisks extra. There we go. New order. My word. Turning to a music magazine instead, are we? Okay, so this is the next month's issue, whatever. The world of the Amiga has been changed since ESCOM bought out Commodore. But who are Amiga Technologies? Who does what? And where do they do it? Next month we bring you a definitive guide to the New World Order, the location of distributors and territorial offices, the people in high places, their hopes and ambitions, and where we all fit into this new scheme of things. There we go. Issue 78 on sale Thursday, 26th of October. They're not even mentioning what they're reviewing or what they've got on their cover disc. They're just like, so what's going on with this whole Amiga thing? You are absolute crooks in this shop. You picked up the mouse, placing it flat against the screen. Is this like a computer? This is the question they asked, didn't they? Who would have thought that you could get so many laughs out of spending time in a computer shop? Because this is the question they asked a little while ago, wasn't it? It's like, what's the funniest or whatever memorable thing? Here we go. Last month, I don't know if it was last month, but we asked about your more memorable experiences at computer shops. And this is what you said. It's Tank Think or Total Wormage. Okay, so they found that the person who made the game in their local computer shop, and then they saw them in the magazine later. So there you go. In August 1994, I walked into Dixon's with £300 in my hand to buy an A1200. This seems like a an account you'd give to the police, if you talk to the police, of course. I handed over the £300, but the assistant told me it was only £99 because Commodore was dead and they wanted to get rid of all the old stock. I wonder how Dixon's felt when, within a few months, A1200s became so scarce they were being sold second-hand for prices higher than the original RRP. Well, ask the manufacturers of a graphics card nowadays. Paul Newton of Belper recalls talking to his mother into a computer shop. Upon seeing some consoles on display, she asked one of the assistants where he put the 10p pieces in. Ha ha ha. Yes. This sounds like a joke rather than something that actually happened. I asked one of the staff if I could try some software with Workbench. He replied, "There is no need, sir. The Amiga will be fine on the desk." Yeah, it seems like something that didn't happen. Okay, it was £64. I went to a different shop to price match. It was £47. So hang on, my monitor thing over here stopped. Ugh. Hang on. There was a network error. Come on, reload. There we go. Bought it, took the other one back to the first shop and yelled, "You are absolute crooks in this shop, and I want a full refund on this, as I can get it for £47 up the road." The astonished lady offered a price match, but he continued, "I would not buy anything off you again. All you do is rob people." The lady gave us a refund. My granddad still wasn't happy. He said he was going to report them to the local paper and Commodore. Good luck there. In the end, the distressed lady called a mail. Yes. They got thrown out, and the people in the magazines say, "Quite right too, indeed." His pointer kept disappearing. Is working fine. He told me he hadn't been using the mouse like that. He demonstrated by picking the mouse up and placing the bottom of it flat against the screen and moving it around. Yes. Indeed. I'm not sure if this is thing. They had somebody return floppy disks because they weren't floppy. That sounds like just another joke rather than whatever. What, therefore, do you think the future holds for virtual reality headsets being marketed by Amiga Technologies? What would the killer application be? I didn't realise that was a phrase at this point in time. Of course, it's still a relative new phrase to the person writing this, because they put killer application rather than just writing killer application or killer app or something like that, didn't they? But yeah, I would have thought that was a newer term. But there we go. And yeah, oh gosh, we've got that face again. So there we go. Hi everybody. I am back in large and such, and we'll have something to drink. I hope everybody's doing well and such. We can have our friend Tracy come out and say hello and talk about things. Hello, Tracy. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hi. Hello. I've just giving some information on the thing that I just said beforehand. They say the first recorded use of the term, which was killer application. Okay. In print was 1988 in PC Week, 24th of May, 31, whatever that is. Everybody has only one killer application. The secretary has a word processor. The manager has a spreadsheet. Well, it appeared much further back than I thought, because I thought 1995 was pretty early for it. Yeah, I mean, I never had really thought of it myself. You know, I hadn't actually thought of it myself. It's just like when it came up, it just seemed to me like it was a newer thing. I don't know. I get that. I understand. That's good. How have you been, Tracy? Not too bad, thank you. Hello, everybody. I already said hello, didn't I? You already said hello, yes. So what did you think of things today? The discs weren't very entertaining, were they? Well, the discs didn't have a lot on to do. I mean, I could have like looked into them further, tried to use them a bit further, but I just kind of wanted to give, like I want to give here, I want to give like the first impressions kind of ideas of things like that. Hello, West! West! Hello, West! It's West! It's West! Katie, it's West! I know, it's West. And she's doing the slide emoji. Slide, hang on. There we go. There we go, indeed. Yeah. So you're happy to see West, are you? Yeah. Hello, West. It's been a long while before seeing you. My words are all mixed up at the moment, apparently. But you're happy to see him. Yeah. Happy to see you. Hello, West. There we go. So anything else with the magazine? I didn't like that picture of the face with that. No, that wasn't a very good picture. It was slightly disturbing. Slightly. I think I might have nightmares, or maybe just the one. But the good thing about nightmares is you wake up from them. Looks around expectantly. Hey, I mean, like for the current like governmental situation and such. Oh, right, okay. Politics. We won't get into it. No. But anyway, do you have anything further to say now? Apart from, hey, does anybody want to ask me any questions? I'm here for the next minute or so. If nobody has any questions, then I can go then, but I will wait for a little bit. Okay. So what else do you want to talk about? Or do you want to go back to the magazine so you can give your impressions on things? What? Oh no, that's the wrong one. Hang on. There we go. Hi, we're back. We're back. So what do you think of this teapot and such here? That is a very bumpy teapot. I think that would be a bit difficult to clean, don't you think? It might be a bit difficult to clean, yeah. I think you got a question here now. Oh, good. I didn't have much to say about the teapot. That's okay. It was only just to spend a little time whilst we were waiting. Yeah. So, Stars is saying, did you know that she got a new car? Wow! That's amazing! Hang on, I've got to put you on full screen. I'm not on full screen. No, not at the moment, Tracy. I've got to be on full screen. I'm a diva, Hi. Am I on full screen? Yes, you're on full screen now. Hi. Hi, everybody. I need to be full screen. Hi. Hi. So, did you know that Stars had a new car? No. Did you know that? I did know that. You didn't tell me. I didn't say anything. No. So what do you think about it? Wow, what's it look like? It looks like a car. I don't know if I'm allowed to actually show it. Do you have like the model of car so that we can actually look it up and that kind of thing, rather than just like looking at your specific car so people can look up your license plate and stuff like that? Or what kind of Honda Jazz? Let us have a look here. Honda Jazz. And let's get the thing back up here. I won't be full screen. No, but we're looking at a car picture. Okay. I know you're very diva-ish, but we're gonna do this. So we're getting some more directions here from Stars here. But let's look at images and see. So this is kind of like it looks like a car. It does look like a car. That's kind of my estimations of this. Apparently it's a 2009 Honda Jazz X in Storm Grey. Okay. So let's have a look at this. 2009 X Storm. This is probably too much to ask, or isn't it? Probably. Grey. Let's have a look here. Yeah, we got blue ones, but and red ones. But this is looking. Look, 1.5x, so 1.3x, 1.5x, Honda Jazz 1.4, VTEC X. There's still a bunch of different ones available here. It's the darker grey, so I like this here. I was kind of slightly worried because it said Southampton over here, but let's have a look at this over here and see. Approved, the giant sunroof. Okay, so 1.4 VTEC. Wow, I don't know what that means. I think 1.4 is something about the capacity of the engine in some way or another. I'm trying to look for something that shows like the sunroof of it, but none of these pictures really like to look at the roof of it. They don't think it's an interesting enough feature. Let us actually just go back here and just type in sunroof. That's a smart idea. It is a smart idea. Sunroof here. Well, we go for sunroof. This one's got a small one. This one's got a bigger one. I'm guessing this is the kind of one you're looking at here. That is looking like a big sunroof, if that's the kind of thing it is here. Wow, it's almost like it doesn't have a roof. Yeah, can you open it? It doesn't look like you'd be able to open it, but obviously Stars can answer that question. Can you open it, Stars? So that's what we have there. Yeah. Let's see. They can open the doors there. Yeah, I was asking about the sunroof though. You can open it. Wow. How? Oh, you can't open it, but it does have an electronic sliding cover. Okay, so it's kind of like got a little blind that goes over it, I guess. Then is what that is. Panoramic. That one looks like it's coming off. This one does look like it's coming off. I'm not quite sure if it's supposed to do that or not. I can't say. No. Let's see what else we have here. Maybe something like this. I don't know. This is all very confusing to me. It is slightly confusing, isn't it? But apparently the car looks a little bit like something like this. Cool. So yeah, it's a car. Doesn't have a bar across the middle. That's good, because it looked like it was in the way a bit. It did a little look like that. So yeah, we've got that. Let's go back to full screen. I get to be full screen again. Yeah, you get to be full screen again. Hello, everybody, I'm full screen again. You are indeed. So yeah, that's the car. Wow, it looks like a good functional car. Yeah, as I said, it kind of looked a bit sensible for Stars, but I suppose, it is for doing sensible things like driving places and such like that. So it definitely seems like that would be a sensible car to get for doing sensible things. Yeah. And carrying multiple people to different places which don't need a sports car to do it. Yeah, that sounds sensible. It does sound very sensible. We also have a question here from Wes. Says, try and get your words out properly. I will try. It's party central. Sarah called me an adult. Oh gosh. Oh no. Stars. Oh gosh. It's probably the worst thing that's happened to you in the last year or so, I imagine. Yeah, I don't want to be called an adult. No, it's a bit much. It definitely expects things. It's rather a demanding word. But we have a question here from West that said, would you rather fly or burrow in the ground? I'm kind of used to like hanging out, in caves and things like that. So that's kind of like, I'm very comfortable doing that. But if I got the chance to like fly rather than or dig, gosh, they both seem like pretty cool things to do. Are there birds? Are there birds that like can dig holes and hide in them and go burrowing around, or do birds not do that? I don't know. I don't know either, Tracy. Well, see, I have hidden in a cave, so I kind of get an idea what burrowing might be like, and I've like hidden under blankets and things like that, as well. So I kind of know what that's like. I don't really know what it's like to be able to fly all by myself and not have any things to do that. A few types of birds burrow for their nest. I might go for that one, kind of like in the middle somewhere, just to not decide anything. Oh dear. It's the way to be. Maybe. Burrowing owls. Oh, cool. I want to be an owl. Anything you want to say about being an owl? No, it's just like a now thing because they can apparently burrow. And owls look kind of cute as well, don't they? Yeah, owls look kind of cute as well. Actually, go and look at some owls. Yeah, let's look at some owls. So we have some time to spare. It's still warm in here, but let's go and look at an owl. Ah, there's a good owls. There are some good owls here. Look at these ones. They're good. Wow, look at those ones. There's some very, very good owls there. Cool. These are all very good owls. They are all very good owls. You got the normal like barn owl with the heart-shaped face there. This apparently is a screech owl. Ah! Like that, maybe higher pitched. I can't do that. No, that's okay. That's fine. Look, here's one flying here, like this. But we were asking the question because Wes said they could burrowing. Here we go, burrowing owls. That one's got a hole. That one's got a hole. Looks like a big hole for that small owl, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, look at these. Ah, they're adorable. They are. Look, then this one kind of went like, oh, that's very good. They kind of got tired and stuff of having their picture taken. They did. Oh, look, here's some burrowing owls there in like a plastic tube. Wow. Look at these ones here as well. They're pretty cute. They are pretty cute. Well, I say, oh, here we have one. It's like, this is what I imagine a burrowing owl to look like. Yeah, they look cozy, don't they? Yeah, I got a few other ones down the side here as well. Look at this one. They're like sneaking around side. Yeah, they're like, hello. That's what I want to burrow for, so they can get out of the view of people and that like this. And they're like, what are you doing? Looking in my hole. This is my burrowing hole where I hide away from people. People aren't allowed to be here. And then they come out like this, like, get away from my burrowing hole. Oh no, they look angry. They do look angry. So what we do is in that kind of chance, in that situation, we step back and we don't look at the owls in their burrowing holes because they are a little bit, shy. Maybe shy, maybe just introverted and stuff like that. Yeah, that sounds right. I think that's about it for me today, I think. Okay. Any last words you want to say? Bye! There we go. There's a Tracy over and out. That was a big yawn from a Katie. And it's still kind of warmish in here as well. So yeah, that was today. That was the stream. As long as things go well, I've been having a little bit of trouble waking up for the past couple of days, but hopefully on Friday I should be able to get started in time for the stream, because I think we're getting near the end of Bug Snacks, and I do want to do that. Sunday we still might be doing some Minecrafting with Starly. Starly, do you going to be around for the weekend? I mean, I haven't asked you in particular, just at the moment, but yeah, if Starly is, then we're going to be doing that. Right. Yeah. So obviously, as I say, health permitting, being awake permitting, we'll see how things go. But I'm going to try. It's only for a few hours. Okay. Cool. I think we can probably still work on the frog sanctuary place. I need to make the waterfall look a little bit better. You've probably got some things you can do here and there. We've got some empty spaces and things like that. So I think we've still got some work to do around there. So that, I think, is that at the moment. I will play a song. I don't know if obviously Wes, you haven't been around too much over the past few months or whatever, so you may not have heard this one song which I'm going to play next. So I'll play that so you can hear it and such. And yeah, I'll be going, and hopefully I'll be back on Friday. But until then, thank you everybody for turning up. And as usual, I will see you next time. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye.